Welcome to Pullman, Washington. Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars, and the anticipation is running high on the Palouse. Today, a pair of Pac-12 teams getting set to square off in a game that could have season-long implications. As we'll see, the UTEP Miners taking on the Washington State Cougars. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So UTEP's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Odom. Still running at the 40. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Dyer. Got his man on the right. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The run to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Miners will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So Washington State's offense has the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Let's step back here and chat a little Washington State. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin them deep. Takes it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Dyer. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice game.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go there.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Man, third and long, and this defense is thinking pass, pass, pass. Offense, nice job. They sneak a run in there, kind of catch them off guard. Quarterback keeps the football, gets some yardage, and now makes this fourth down more manageable.
The Miners are on the move. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Dropping back, it's Dyer. Quick strike complete. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Miners come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's
big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
The Miners back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Trying to impose their will with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UTEP.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the fourth quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now if this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
Coming out with it, it's Westbrook. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Might as well stick with him. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Washington State will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. So much for firing to a stationary sit-down tight end. How about this guy working the corner and getting the first down?
These tight ends can do so much nowadays. You start to feature them, but you watch him on the corner route, man. Just push it vertical, push it to the corner. QB right on the same page with him. Throw the football out there, and he makes the catch.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Miners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Back to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They'll try to slam it in. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Here comes the option. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own team. Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Freeman. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Washington State going back to work on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Wants to go up top. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Bring in the heat. They're working that left side. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to pass, it's Dyer. Extending the play. Throwing on the run. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Miners will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the 2nd half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little 2nd half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the 2nd half so that they can win this game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Washington State sends out the punt unit. hauls it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. To the air, it's Dyer. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll try the run. Across the 25, he's got room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in a lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? A really nice play design, a little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit them. Big game for the offense.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Man, just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miners.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Last 2 runs got a big fat nothing. Let's see if they try to go up top on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and take it back. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The pull and throw off the RPO.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
And the Miners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Right back to the well.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to...
Turning it on! Good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Really nice run there. You've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the third quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he's looking really good.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Kirby. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, UTEP. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10.
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off play action. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
He lofts one down the sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete, denying a big play on the final snap of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. That's the end of the quarter, and UTEP has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Washington State will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Miners have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to run it. Keeps it himself and gets the first. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got two quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
Leaves it with the back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Motion from the wide receiver. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And that is no good. And after the miss, fellas, still sitting on an 18-point lead. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They've punted the last 3 times. There he goes. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. The Cougars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught near the sticks. It's Freeman. Ripping through the defense. Found the seam on the back. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took him to the house, but they got him at the 24. The Cougars just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Off play action on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Washington State lines up quickly. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Looking to throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Washington State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. From the gun to give, looking for room. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Man, oh man, how about that play by the linebacker? I'm thinking, I got to get the run, I got to get the run. Oh, I see the quick pass, now I got to break on it and go catch this really, really fast guy over here. And how about the job he does, getting him on the ground, nowhere to go. Nice closing speed by that linebacker.
He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. And the Miners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
Gets the back moving. They'll start this drive with a pass. Pocket breaking down. Running to Green. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. A lot of yardage in front of him. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not...
Oh, it's out! Oh, an adverse disaster by falling on his own fumble. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Dyer. Here's a heat. And he picks up a 1st down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.